Good morning. Welcome to another day of Bible Prophecy. Bible Prophecy 2012. Uh, we first I want to say this just about every time I speak concerning this prophecy. We are at I am a modern day prophet sent by God the Father, preparing the way for the return of his Son Jesus the Christ. You know, I'm reminded this morning as I was growing up as a child. These things hold even true today. Some of the things that I encountered when I was a child. And then I'm not going to prolong your time this morning, but I'm going to try to move on and continue with this Bible prophecy of 2012, second month. Now, what I want to speak concerning the matters at hand. I want to speak concerning the passing away of a young lady that we all became to know very well, Whitney Houston. I think I pronounced it right. And I want to remind you of the sermon the young man, the preacher, preached concerning her homegoing, wherever that was to be, good or bad. We have to say this concerning these two matters. You know, as the minister began to preach his sermon, he was speaking concerning the matter of a preacher or whoever said something that he did not understand or did not comprehend what the minister was preaching. This was her minister talking about another minister, I'm assuming. And the thing that I heard, it touched base with some of the things that I said. I said to myself, is this man talking, this dude talking about me? But found out he wasn't. Because what he was speaking of, he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth, good or bad. He covered both bases. So you can't just say, well, this man is trying to insult me in some way, because we as people of God cannot be insulted. And so we tell situations that we encountered coming up through our life, our livelihood as children, because many of us, that's all we had to talk about. As the thing got bigger and bigger here in the United States of America under this democratized system, they expanded something that we call a luxury life unto the black race. You and I know this. Well, I want to tell you a little part of my childhood story as I was growing up as a child. You know, there was this little, my mother had that, my father had been gone for a few years. After the man insulted her, told her, Miss Pennsylvania, you got to call me Mr. Young man J.P. Walker. Lord Jesus. He said, you got to call me yesterday. Today I turned 21. If you can't, you folks can't call me Mr. Y'all got to get a move. So this forced my mother to move in with another man. And as my mother moved in with another man, the man stayed in all time working at the gym, one of the better of the jobs, because it's a lot of hard work. And they had to work when they got there until the work day till they left, as long as cotton was coming. And what I'm trying to say is, the man was going to work one day. He never whooped us. He kind of liked us all as his little family around him. He didn't have no children right there with him, but he hadn't left his family and was shacking up with my mother. We called it this. My mother was standing there in his mother's house. She was blind, and she was taking care of his mother. Well, my mother set us all on the bench. They didn't have many chairs in the homes them days. And she said, y'all sit here on the chair. That was this little white duck called Don's duck. Had a quart on the side of a quart can. I don't know whether that was grapefruit juice or orange juice. Or had it been sit there a long time in this man's house. She opened his can and she came to me. I guess I was the first one, because we never had the meals that we had, and all I wanted is food. She took it and gave me some. Curly, taste this. I tasted it. She had already tasted it. She said, "Do you like it?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She took it and slapped me upside the face. She said, "Taste it again." I tasted it again. This time she gave me a slapping and just about turned me around on that bench and in that chair, whatever I was sitting in. She asked me for a third time, "Curly, taste this." I tasted it. She said, "Do you like it?" I said, "Mama, you don't have to slap me no more, because I don't think I'm going to ever like that juice there." So she went to the next person, and the next person refused it right up. Me and those else always sit together, because we was a year and a half age different. He was a year and a half older than I was. Well, said that little duck, Don's duck, I guess, a white duck, on that can, looked like he got away with everything. Cool little duck. From that day on, it stayed in my heart. I didn't want no Don's duck orange juice or grapefruit juice, as I wondered about the duck. We had no televisions in the house because we was poor people. No color TV because everything was black and white. Well, went on years later. There was this other little duck, looked similar to him. They called him Daffy Duck, or he may have been Donald Duck, but they looked alike. Every time that little white duck, you see him, he was getting away with everything. Every time he get in trouble, you see him walking away, had a little bib on his back like a sailor. Well, that was a little black duck showed up on another episode. Different. I said this duck had to work twice as hard for his pay. Well, the black duck was always running for his life. Running here and there for his life. This duck was always getting into trouble. I look at both episodes as I saw them today, and the black race and the white race are like today. That little man that always looked like that Daffy Duck, who every time he used to put his toupee on, he used to try to look like a human being. Elvis Presley, he put his toupee on.